Hello. Welcome. Hi, Bojo. Um, yeah, so today is the get ready with me for Zeekwadan. I am the fresh-faced host, Misko the Mad Clown, currently unclowned. Um, and I'm really excited about this upcoming event and um really excited to talk about it. I have no idea what kind of look I'm going to work on tonight. I have no idea what I'm doing for the show either. So I thought that I just give myself some time to play around with makeup. And I thought, like I'm really new to makeup, so why not share that a learning journey with the wonderful audience on the internet, because y'all might be starting to do drag or playing with makeup and might want to learn a little bit about what I've been learning. The last time I did a stream, I think it was on Twitch, and I taught myself how to do a cut crease, and it was before a different event with Miss Amir's. So that was pretty fun. I always wanted to do that, and I think the whole issue the entire time was I did not have the right materials whatsoever. So I finally have a really nice set of makeup thanks to the funding that supports me, my role in this upcoming event, Zeekwadan, which was through a grant from the Ontario Arts Council, which is also supported by the Ontario government. So really, really grateful to get an upgrade from my previous collection, which was Snazaroo. So I originally learned about Snazaroo from a clown before I officially started clowning. I happened to meet a circus artist who did clowning, and I had the chance to get a makeup recommendation. And they recommended Snazaroo, and it was very affordable. And I think it's at like any Michaels. But then there was also this brand that was like going viral on TikTok. And it's called Sunset Makeup Co. And I got the clown palette, and just the demonstrations that the owner does online with the products just show like really high pigmentation and high quality. And I think this really nice like water based liquid palette, it like it cost like close to the same amount as like the Snazaroo palette. So I think it was a really, really good deal, honestly. So I also got a cute little layout prepped for this event special. I've also updated my old streaming layout, which is it's almost the same, just like a new kind of shape, a new futuristic vibe. But yeah, and it really has to do with like what Zeekwadan means. And I'm not a language speaker, so I'm also not potentially doing it justice. I'm hoping to talk to some people that know the language or older people that know this word. But a friend of mine found it and thought it would be perfect for the event. And it's also kind of, I think, like they're really the artistic direction behind this event as well. Like, this performance artist, drag artist, clairvoyant, also known as Taylor LB, came to me wanting to know about like how to do arts administration works and doing their own events for themselves. So I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to help out with that. And so we chose something that they're currently doing under their stage name, Clairvoyant, which is a clown drag show. Because we know a bunch of other Indigenous drag artists from up north around here that they're all using kind of like a clown or like mime kind of vibe integrated into their drag performances. And we thought, wouldn't it be cool to have everyone hang out together? Because there's some pretty cool like clowning stuff that I got to see online that I didn't realize was happening down south in the cities that were like really cool. So I definitely follow some of the city clowns as well. But I think it's also just really interesting because not a lot of people realize some of the traditional connections that clowning has to like different communities. And so that's gonna just kind of like a fun thing to teach like your average Joe more about is the clown lodge. So if you haven't got to hear about it in the news, Zeekwadan is Anishinaabemowin for Spit on It, which is where this beautiful slimy poster comes from. Kind of like some of the original drawings that Taylor did, I traced digitally and kind of put together some of their ideas and some of their source material images to create this poster. So I'd say it was like a collaborative effort between both of us, and that's what this project is. So that's really exciting. The Northern Indigenous Artists Alliance is kind of hosting us all to work together as they are collected that, I helped start with Cora Ray Silk, and we have a number of people who we worked out with throughout the years to just have like a indigenous led collective that could support mentorship and arts administration for different projects to happen. Because there's just not a lot of that going on in this specific like industry. That being said, there's a lot of like cool people doing really creative stuff outside of traditional arts institutions. Like I was just thinking the other day how like gas stations have become like their own art galleries. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about gas stations. I'm here to do some makeup. And I totally don't have any kind of mirror, so that's not helpful. Actually, one second. I'm gonna get some water, I think. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your ongoing patience. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and use the camera, which also kind of has like probably a bunch of filters on. It's like pretty bright, pretty washed out. I have like a couple pimples actually. I'm like breaking out a little bit, but I don't know. I've washed my face. And when you're a clown, you gotta paint your face, so it's kind of part of the territory. I have like a really basic skincare routine. I mostly just like wash my face with a cleanser and then use like a plain like facial moisturizer. It's usually like the same stuff that I would use to heal a tattoo. So it's just like really basic, really plain. And that's kind of it. Okay, so I have no idea where my like large brush is. So I'm gonna consult my like bag here. I know like the handle's broken off of it, so it's become like this tiny nub of a tool. Yeah, it's like kind of pathetic, but what can you do? Yeah, it still works, so whatever. I have like some fancy nice brushes, but I just I use them in my day-to-day life, so I kind of don't mix them with the clown paint because then I'll accidentally get like a fluorescent blue or red when I'm trying to do something normal. But I have this cute little unicorn one. I don't know. I've been traveling a lot, so the brushes that I have are so eclectic. Yeah, and this is just a paintbrush. Whatever. I used to use Snazaroo, as I mentioned, and it's all water soluble, and you don't really use like setting powder. At least I never did, and it crackles. So I really it's really only manageable for like this format streaming because I could just totally blast out the contrast and like you wouldn't know how actually bad it was. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna white face myself. It's so funny because I remember like in university doing some kind of like corny performance art where I like whited out my face, and I just haven't stopped with that gag since. No, it's not true. I actually like just started the clowning thing like really recently. I would say it was around like 2020. Trying to cheer people up. Um but I also was like a lot of my friends who are into like theater and stuff were like talking about like spiritually it being a time for clowns. So I always had that kind of in the back of my head, and I don't know. I'm like I don't know if I call myself woo woo. I don't personally identify with a lot of that stuff, but you get into one thing like self-reflection through tarot, and then everybody's suddenly like, "Oh, you must like crystals and I don't know, fortune telling." Like, sometimes I don't know. Some people I think are prophets. But I don't think the people doing like weekly $10 readings are. No offense. Controversial opinions on the live. Yeah, like there's so much pigment that I'm like, do I really need to put more on this like brush, or can I just move it around? I think for the purpose of streaming, like it really doesn't need to be Like, that's a little off, though. It doesn't really need to be that, like, perfectly white. But I do think I need a little bit more on that side. I like, yeah, definitely intentionally leave the nose because it's going to be bright red. Like, I don't know. I think the water-based paint, like, this is also very pigmented, so let's see, it looks like the yellow is getting picked up by the green screen. I love green screen. I love just, like, existing within a pile of slime. Like, I was talking to somebody the other day about this, but I was just like, I've always wanted to do, like, Christmas cards or holiday cards. You know how, like, people would send out, like, in the mail cards that were, like, a picture of their family. And, like, I'm not having kids or anything, but I don't know, I could hold up my cat. And I remember, like, back in the day, like, really artsy punks, like, having backgrounds of, like, slime and, like, them in their little patch pants and sending that out to, like, everyone they knew. And that was always really cute. I miss, like, punk rock pen paling. Definitely. Top 10 things I miss about being in the punk scene. I don't know. I don't think about it too much. Plus, like, I don't know. Is clowning a form of punk? That's like saying, is a hot dog a type of sandwich? Is a hot dog a taco? I remember seeing that somewhere. What a strange question. Yeah, so the event's coming up in January. I'm really excited for it just because, like, the people in it I personally think are incredibly cool. There's Jordan, Fiddler, from Sandy Lake, I think, yeah. And then their drag name is Jet East Psychedelica. And I don't know, like, I don't really like adding people on Facebook anymore. Like, I don't really use it or post anything, but I'll tell you, I frickin' love reading Jordan's posts. Holy cow. And I think they have a lot of cool musical ideas that they're going to integrate with this project that I'm really excited about. I've listened to some, like, mixes and, like, playlists to inspire, like, kind of the vibe or the mixes that happen for performances. And it was really, like, cute and silly and circusy and, like, kind of horrific, and I think all of that is very reflective of the times. So I was like, wow, artistically I love this. I think I'm gonna go dark on the eyes too, so I'm gonna leave that, and I'm just kind of blending it out a little bit closer to my hat because I want to look cool and I want to keep my hat on. I don't know, I'm like a permanent hat wearer anyway. This is such a weird, it's like a beauty mask, kind of. I'm preparing to become beautiful. Okay, so which brush am I gonna use now? I think this one came with the Snazaroo kit. And that is what I'm using on the Sunset Co. makeup. They are great. Okay, so pink nose. I could do, like, maybe, like, a slimy thing. But if I paint green on my face, like, it's gonna immediately disappear. Okay, wait. Before I get a hold ahead of myself. I need to use setting powder. This has like been really awesome because like I was saying, the clown makeup is water soluble and I can really set it. So this has definitely been like a game changer in like the quality of the clown look, I think. So that's cool. I still like doing online stuff the best, but this stuff is also better for my skin, I feel. Yeah, and also like the setting powder just like emphasizes like the white clown makeup, so I instinctively think I'm gonna lower my brows, which is why I like don't really have them like masked off at all. Even if I like do a drag queen vibe, I always like to be like a really hairy queen. I don't know. I just love mustaches. Yeah, I feel like this drawing is really cool. It could be really fun to like try and do something like similar to that. So like maybe some blue. I don't know. Like should I feel like the blue I have is too dark. But I wonder if it is worth risking like mixing with like a white or something. I don't know. I don't feel like this is a like maybe the best palette to mix per se. Me trying anyway. Yeah, because I don't know. I think it's like a really nice vibrant color on its own, but like white definitely grays it out. Yeah, but I don't know. It's better than nothing. Yeah, and then like the drawing had like these 3 blue triangles like underneath the eyeballs. So, oh my god, this is so hard without like a real mirror. So this is gonna be just like fun experimental times, I guess. Yeah, like I can't even get the right shape. Well, it's gonna be experimental. I mean, that's what I wanted. I wanted to do something strange. I feel like I'm gonna do one triangle now, and then do maybe like some cool like powdered cheek thing, and then do like that on both sides. So like kind of mask the triangles a little bit, and so then if it looks a little wonky and it takes me a second to figure it out, it'll get easier. I don't know. I have a vision. I don't know if I'm communicating it well enough, but I have an idea. And I feel like I'm going to try and use a cell phone camera to do the up close stuff because I need something I can just like zoom into better. Okay, yeah, that's at least a little bit helpful. But, yeah, I just don't know where my mirror is. It could be like in the trunk of my car, it could be somewhere. It's been a while since I put on makeup. Yeah, just like a triangle in the middle of my face. It's like pretty big. I think maybe the rest of them need to be a bit more dainty. But like in the poster, they're kind of different sizes, and like it's an interpretation, so whatever. Okay, and then I don't think there's any like real shading in this drawing, but I did like use like a pink to outline it, so I might use like a pinky reddish blush. I am like not doing a good job, but that's okay. I think I just also just need to like be less precious about it while I'm like experimenting with different things, because I do like the most basic look, and it's like really about like speed because often it's like not having time to get ready, or like getting ready in like the tiniest weirdest rooms. I mean, even here's pretty small too. But it's okay. I love being like DIY, and I love like making stuff work with little resources. And it's really cool too to like meet other media artists that like edit stuff on their phone and are using like free apps to make weird animations, because you kind of realize that a lot of people are DIYing it even though they're also professionals. Okay, so like on one more triangle. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's like kind of a thing. I don't know. This is really fun, honestly, to do with like a webcam screen and like a little phone for close-ups. Um, it's definitely super creative. Is there anything like, I'm trying to think. I like this idea of like layering kind of like these hard shapes with like soft gradients and stuff in layers. Oh, I should let this dry first too. So I'm like wondering if I should like paint on anything else first before I do like blush and stuff, but I don't know. I think like I should actually just jump back and do that. And I can also show you that other palette, the one that looks like the kind of Harlequin pattern. It's just like really beautiful packaging too, and you might lose some of it because a lot of it's yellow, and yellow is getting picked up, but it's just, yeah, the Harlequin pattern. It's so cool. And oh, I think there's a little mirror inside of here actually. This could like save my ass a little bit. Yeah, okay, let's check it out. Okay, that's not too rad. We're our own worst critics, I guess. But yeah, this is like a really beautiful palette. You can see the little mirror there. So it's just like primary colors. So like, I don't know. I guess like red is really predictable for the cheeks. And I don't know. I guess like last time I did it though, I also used blue. But the blue might be really cool to like blend in with this like these blue triangles that I already have. I don't know. I'm actually like, I don't know what I want to do. Okay. So let me get out my clown brushes. They're my clown brushes because they're clearly what I use with this palette. And so I have like, obviously I'm doing my it's a great 5 o'clock shadow color for like doing a drag king thing, so I use the blue on my cheeks a lot. But I was thinking about maybe doing like a round and underneath as like, yeah, like less of a 5 o'clock shadow and more just like a shadow under like a cheek. I don't know. I don't like a creative like. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm just gonna go into it, I think. Maybe on the other side first, and then I'll have a clue. I feel like yellow would be really cool though. I don't really, like, my big brush is dirty from the last time I used this exact palette. So, I don't know if it's like, is it a faux pas to like use a small ass brush like this on like a cheek? It's probably just, I don't know. I don't know anything about makeup. But I think people also probably don't follow like any rules and use stuff wherever. I don't know. I don't know. This gets all antagonistic. Yeah, I love using a bright color as a shadow. How fun is that? And like, since it's disappearing on with the green screen, maybe my face will disappear. At least I will know it was cool. It looks so strange on camera. Anyway, I think it like looks more fluorescent in the real. I just love this palette. It's so awesome. I just remember like all the like makeup I wanted to play with as like a kid, just like never being able to do what I wanted with it, and this is just like so pigmented, so I just feel like it's so much easier. It's so fun. Okay, so I think this is dry enough, so I'm going to go over. I'm going to do this on the other side now, too. Next time, I'll be doing a simple night look. No, I'm just kidding. I just do weird clown shit. Yeah, this is kind of weird, kind of normal. I don't know. A lot of times when I'm like doing makeup stuff, I actually have a plan. Like, I'll find a cute picture of like one of those porcelain masks, and I'll be like, oh, I love their makeup, and I'll do that. See my VODs. But yeah, today I was really just like, I just want to get on because I haven't been, I don't think I've really streamed that much on YouTube casually. It's always been like a follow-up with a guest for the medfax, where on Twitch I was just always just like playing around and kind of like having fun with like ideas, and then sometimes just like playing video games for people, which like I don't know, I'm told that's a huge thing that people do on on like YouTube gaming too, but like I just never personally have done that. And like Twitch drops. Like, we want our Twitch drops. I could do like, well, there's a giant red lip in this poster also. So there's still some kind of classic things about it. I like the red eyeballs, and maybe like some like some big black lashes, but maybe some like big red lashes in this version too. Maybe I should cover my eyebrows. I don't want to though. I think I'm just gonna add some more yellow in some other spots of my face, but I'm kind of digging this weird, like, cheek tracing shape that's happening so far. I'm gonna add more to the nose because I'm just kind of loving. I'm loving the yellow. Oh, and I kind of want to put more on this so that when I add the triangles on the other side, it's like dramatically on top. Because this is dramatically underneath pigment. Yeah, and I think another thing I love about like using the Sunset Co makeup versus the Snazaroo is just like the texture because like the Snazaroo makeup will like start like crackling and crunching on your face after probably about 30 minutes. So like if you're doing like an all day like in person event, you would look so scary by the end of it. I feel like using that brand, but like I have used like just this foundation and then put Snazaroo on top, and that wasn't so bad. But the Sunset Coast is just such a nice makeup on the skin. I don't know. I feel like I said this exact same thing in the last drag workshop I did, and I'm just like, you're probably thinking I'm a secret reseller, but like, no, I don't work for them. I just really like their makeup. Okay, yeah. More pink or more yellow. I don't know, like around the brows, like make weird center arch, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I love, oh my god. Okay, so drag artists that I'm obsessed with, like the ones that do like the really scary like new tribal designs on their face and they look like close-ups of bugs or like whatever, like oh my god. They're so talented and creative. I just love those. Those looks are so cool. Yeah, the drag workshop was so fun. All my favorite people came, and then in the community, and it was still pretty small and chill, but yeah, no, very 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 respectable folks came, so I was stoked on that, and it was fun. I got to like share some of my favorite artists that are like especially weirdos. Okay, so we're getting yellow because my fix is beginning to catch the green screen, so that's cool. Like Mook in Montreal at like the Bizarre Balls is just like so inspiring and cool. And yeah, I just know so many cute little freaks up here that are so inspired by that kind of stuff and want to build their own like giant inflated spider costume-esque things as well. So it's cool. It's cool to share the things that you love with people. Okay. I don't know. Everyone always does these like pointy nose shapes, and I gotta personally say I hate them. People who have like the really creative looks, it never ruins your looks. I hate this trend. Why? Hate it. Okay, but that doesn't matter what I think. Maybe like a yellow top lip. Why? For fun. I actually have like a more like robust kit. I think I have like a like friggin' huge palette of like tiny little, I don't know what these little things are, swatches, I don't know. Um but there's like tons of different colors, and I was planning to give it to one of the other clowns, honestly. But yeah, I don't even have all my brushes here, so I just use this one palette with these three brushes. And I feel like there's still a lot I can do with three colors. Especially as like a noob. I feel like there's so much playing around I can do. I don't know. Just straight up yapping. I don't know if I like that there, but whatever. I wanted to add it in new spots, so I got it going in a couple spots. And yeah, maybe that's all I'll do for now with the yellow. And then I said I wanted to put like those blue triangles like back on top. On top of what I've just done. So yeah, so if you're interested in attending the event, um, the other live, it's up as an event on my YouTube right now. Just go to the live tab on my channel, and it's there. It's ready to go. It's January 26th. It's gonna be Eastern Standard Time, 6:30. So get your ass online. I'm really excited about it, just because I think everyone's super talented. Some of the other drag artists, clown people that will be performing and doing stuff. Olive Bogats. If you know, you know. It's such an iconic name, but like I think one of the things that gets me really excited about Olive is like the like old movie style, like mime inspo. Like I feel like their clown is like just really classic and original at like the same time, and it's really exciting, and they're also into little mustaches. So we're here for it. We love it. We love to see it. Also, with like a name like Zeekwadan, you better believe that some long term beefs will be aired and squashed live. So you better tune in, because there's gonna be some drama. I was actually never a theater kid, if you can even believe it. I was like way too shy, so I was an easel painter. This is deeply uncomfortable for me. No, it's like it's really jarring actually though, to go from something like easel painting where you do spend like kind of so much time alone to like performing and kind of like putting yourself out there and like having your forehead disappear on screen. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. Um, like me. Okay, so these triangles are huge, but I said I wanted to try something different, so I just need to trust the process. Yeah, I mean, the drawing's great. I don't know if I can live up to the drawing, but Yeah, I know that Taylor also had a visual arts exhibition recently at, was it Between Two Pheasants Contemporary, which I think is like literally some kind of bird coop. But they put art in it, so it's an art gallery, which is pretty cool. Um, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then Jordan is working on music that hopefully will be featured in the show as well. Yeah, and then I don't personally know Mix Honey Jack that well, but I'm told that they're super badass and they're kind of on the scene in Ottawa. And I've seen some like Insta pics of them like doing gigs at the Lookout, but I'm not a local, so don't take my word for it. So it's kind of cool to be collabing with someone in the city, like on an online project, just because like y'all don't understand how isolated we are up here. Like it's wild, especially like at Jordan's and Sandy Lake. Like, do you know how like friggin' out there that is? Like, holy. Yeah, and then Olive Bogut's is a Thunder Bay baddie. The Thunder Bay drag scene looks so fun. Like there's so many cool drag artists up there, and like talented and like costume design too. Like it's wild. I just got a sewing machine, like my first one ever. Yeah, I don't know if it looks cool or if it looks like I messed up my makeup. So, whatever. I'm gonna just keep going. Cause whatever. I think it's fun to just like play around. There's definitely like this a bit of like a scarcity mindset sometimes where I'm just like scared to use makeup because it's like so pretty and like kind of precious. But I have to get over that right now because I just want to do like something weird on my face. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should add more blue. That's what I was thinking of doing. I always just do these like big boxy kind of circles around my eyes, and I'm kind of like not sure how to deviate from my like boring standards of doing makeup, but that's okay. Again, I feel like a lot of it has to do with timing. What am I gonna do? Cause yeah, I just want to do another like big big circle around the eyes. It's like always what I do. It's such a clown move. Yeah, and then I don't know. I don't know if you're like randos or if you've seen like the podcast and stuff. So like Miss was like loves hosting like strange conversations, and the Medfax is like a really cute little podcast that I was listening to some other like artists that made like a podcast when they had an art exhibition during COVID, and it just sounded like a bunch of friends talking to each other, and I was like, I love listening to this and I just want to make one with people I know. And that's like literally all it was. And when I talked to people I was like, I don't really have a goal with this. I just want you to be able to talk about like what you're actually passionate about. And so like you know, with like a project, you might like talk about a particular topic and have like a goal or a kind of like some kind of change or problem that you want to solve. And it was like not really about that. It was, I guess it was about like entertaining each other and enjoying, trying to find joy in like a hard time and in solitude. So we talked about like celebrities or like astrology and just like fun stuff that we were personally interested in. So that was pretty fun. I still have like one more episode of that coming out that I'm really excited about because it's going to actually be with my tarot mentor, who kind of got me into it in the first place. And I would say like kind of popped into my life around the same time I started clowning. So they're such a playful mentor. So it really suited me. So it's going to be a really fun interview. And I feel like there's also some like tell all kind of moments that he's never publicly spoken about. So I'm excited to just publish that, I guess. Yeah. Oh, hey, Riley. So that's going to be really cool. He was actually like, oh, we need to do several episodes. There's so many more things I want to talk about. So I don't know, like, I was thinking it would be really fun to have him continuously come on to like cap each season. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so that'll be a good time. Yeah, so who else? Yeah, clairvoyant. Clairvoyant's just super weird, which is obviously why we're friends. And like I was mentioning earlier, Taylor, who's like the mastermind behind that character, is really behind the artistic direction of the project. Like I think like I might have vaguely alluded to wanting to have slime as like a central part of the theme in this event, but I think it was really like they found the Anishinaabe word. I mean like they're Ojibwe. So they found the word, and I think it just like suits it so perfectly. Because it's like like it honestly it was pre Hawk Tuah Girl, I swear to God. Like, and then when that whole phenomenon happened, we were just like, oh my God, we need to ride the wave of this like phenomenon because it's somewhat like related to what we were doing. And then yeah, so that was really cool, and it like reminded me of this one story that an ex told me about like his only kind of like activism thing that he did. He was super proud of, and he was saying that like while they were camping and trying to protect this like ceremony site and doing ceremony at this site, that like people had brought like bad medicine to put on him or whatever, and the elder noticed it, and the elder was like to everyone there like spit on that. Like, you know what I mean, like because spit is like a powerful medicine. And I think that's also really apt for this show because of all like the anti-trans legislation and the anti-drag show kind of fear-mongering. And so it's kind of like this idea of like uh spitting on that bad medicine and like just being really like joyful in ourselves. Um because it's literally just innocent play. I think what like really messes me up with the kind of polarizing um nature of like transphobia and all that fear and like nonsense is like oh, I think I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, like Like this whole concept of like the Western world being like super free, and then like people go and like exert their freedoms, and then people are like, wait, not like that. It's just like, dude, this is what you're like military supposedly fought for, is so that we could dress up as like silly clowns. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what all the wars are about, right? Anyway, if you're just tuning in, I'm clowning myself right now in anticipation of the Zeekwadan event, which I'm really excited about hosting as Miskwa, the Mad Clown Prophet, with some amazing performance artists and drag artists, and just some silly little guys. If you're in the city, you might have heard of Mix Honeyjack, who can be seen at events around Ottawa. Very cool, a very weird, a very silly. Yeah, and then I don't know. I feel like I mostly do stuff online, but my friend in the comments dragged me into a live show recently. That was pretty fun. There were some cute pics that just came out about it. Yeah, I was just fun hearing my own friends laugh at my dumb jokes in the audience. That's what it was all about for me. But generally speaking, I think a lot of the performance stuff I do on the internet still, I mean, like, there's some surges of the you know what happening, so I'm always trying to play it easy, and I make myself anxious sometimes. So, I don't know. Masks are nice. But yeah, anyway, I was talking about being experimental, and then I ended up just doing the same old like giant ball of color eyeballs that I do like every single time, but that's okay. Oh man, and I was supposed to do it in red. Well, whatever. I have like the worst memory. I took some like ADHD tests recently, and it was like max forgetfulness. So that's my excuse for everything now. I'm gonna do a giant red lip. We're gonna do classic clown. But as I was saying earlier, I'm trying to kind of match like the clown that's like barfing up at the top of the poster. Um, I was so sad because I had so many proofreaders for this poster, and I still managed to put 2024, and I recently just fixed it. But I don't think anyone really noticed, so that's okay. That's okay. It's still up on the NIAA Instagram, so you can find what's that called? Like the Easter egg. You can find the Easter egg if you've watched this deep into the live. Oh my gosh. Okay. Top lip. I feel like this should be pointier. Oh. Putting on makeup is so funny because like I feel like there's kind of like a training you go through as at like Instagram school, where you learn how to like talk while you're doing it, but like I'm too old, so I just like make weird sounds and then like disturb myself and my audience slightly. I think one of the things that I really like about clown lips is like getting a lot of the makeup onto my teeth and how kind of scary that looks. Okay, so another thing you can't see because I had to crop it, but there was like cute little circles, like cheek little things connected to the lips in the original drawing. So basically like Taylor did like a rough drawing of the poster, and then like a lot of that drawing I just traced because I just thought it was cool. Although like the hair on the arms I totally added because like as I said earlier, I like a hairy drag queen. That's just my own preference. I hate this. But I don't know. I've been going through like a lot of like negative reactions to my own art lately. I don't know what it is. I think it's no, I know exactly what it is actually. It's because like I was saying earlier, I used to be a painter and so now I'm like doing all these new mediums and all these new things and I'm not immediately good at it. So I'm like, wow, I'm trash. But the truth is that I'm just learning. Uh, it was like if there's any nerds in the crowd, Helldivers 2 came out not too long ago, but it's an exciting new day because there's like this third enemy faction that you can like fight. They're like weird futuristic alien people that like possess stuff. But I can't play that game cuz I just like the negative self-talk in me somehow it explodes and I'm just like, wow, you're trash, you're trash. Like imagine the most toxic person you know on Counter-Strike. And it's really weird because like no other game actually makes me do that. And I would say that I'm genuinely really confident because like you can't really be insecure and do this on YouTube. um but yeah, so I can't play Helldivers 2 because I have like weird triggered insecurity where I'm just like, you're absolute garbage. But if anyone in the crowd has actually played that game, it's like weird ragdoll physics and like turning around. It's the worst. It's fucking but it's so beautiful. It's a gorgeous graphics and it's like it's so weird because you're playing these like really militarized characters, and you're fighting these like bugs and these robots, like very dehumanized like enemies, and all the stories that you've been taught as like a military man is that these bugs are just like ruthless, mindless killing machines and they're evil and like whatever. But then if you get deep into like the Helldivers lore, you find out that the Tyranids, even though they look grotesque and bug-like and unhuman, are actually hyper intelligent and have been trying to have like peace negotiations with like this military group that you're fighting for. And the reason why there's so much propaganda about the bugs is that if they like kill them instead, they can turn them into fuel. So if that isn't an amazing allegory, I don't know. I don't know what is, man. Um so yeah, Helldivers actually super secretly deep and all the weird red pill dudes that play it probably not remotely cluing into that. That's being really edgy and mean. I'm sure there's lots of really nice people that play that game. That's one of the things I actually hate about social media is like the propensity towards like rage bait for interactions. But, you know, I'm stating here and now that that's what that was. So engage, please. Okay, yeah. So this weird and horrible lips that I have created. I'm like, would it make it weird and more horrible to put like pink outlines around it? I don't know. All I know is that I feel like my eyes are dry enough to put more paint on top. I'm very scared though because I don't have like a blue setting spray and the setting spray I have is like so-called clear, but it will like dull the color like a little bit. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's like such a deep breath every time I make a movement and I'm like looking at my brush cuz I'm just like I don't want to just instantly pull up the blue like reactivating it because it like will do stuff when it gets wet. I think we're okay. I think I actually got the red to go on top. But I can tell that it is like reactivating a little bit, which like as you've seen is not like the issue with the white paint because we use the setting powder. fucking love setting power. It's so great. It's so amazing. Yeah, so I was talking about like how cool Thunder Bay is, and I think like Clairvoyant has done some performances with a bunch of different the Thunder Bay drag queens. Like I think they did some stuff at like Toronto Pride with Ferocious, who's like a shout out Red River Métis drag artist. So that's super cool. Um and I don't know who else is from there aside from our very own Olive Bogats. Oh my gosh, check them out on Instagram. They have some pics of their really amazing old movie looks, like I was mentioning, and very like, I don't know, do you call that like vaudeville? I don't know. I only went to art school for years. That's another thing about Northern Ontario, though. Our schools suck. Oh man, sorry to all of them that have ever hired me as a lecturer, but you're very bad quality schools. It's like, I don't know. It's there's something to like staying in like particular communities because of like elders and people there. So like I think there's definitely value to like staying in these communities, but holy moly cow. I don't want to get into local drama and controversies, but there was just like some sort of cyber incident at the university here. I can't talk about it. I don't know. And I remember there was some like protest outside of Nipissing um during the pandemic, so it's just like housing stuff, and I don't know. All the heavy policing we've seen at them in the past few years, like why did people ever think that like universities were radical institutions? I think it's because students are so cool. Not remotely even. Yeah, I was actually having like such a deep, beautiful conversation during my 2 hour lunch break today about like the history of academic institutions and like why are they like that? And just like some of the stuff that they've carried on from their kind of like origins and stuff. It was a good conversation, and I ate like $40 worth of Malating hot pot. So that's why I was 20 minutes late to the stream today. Sorry, it's Zeekwadan. It's an event called Spit on It, so I hope you're good with like gross humor. Ha 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 ha. I'm really excited about like some of the kind of cute little skits between the performances that like the artists have been kind of like workshopping with each other. I think it's gonna be like a really fun event. Mystery schools. I don't think so. I did like know this one I had this one friend who was like a lot younger than me who like had dropped out of high school and was really into like the unschooling movement or like alternative universities. But I'd be super interested to hear about what mystery schools are. And like the unschooling thing and alternative universities isn't kind of like what unschooling means now. I feel like there's like a new definition to that word that is somehow tied to raw milk drinkers that I think is less wholesome. But again, I don't actually want to rage bait the internet. I just want to be silly and do clown makeup. So I'm just going to move on from talking about the unschooling movement. I'm like desperately trying to add red on top of this blue that I kind of naively just shoved on without thinking. I wanted to do like big, like triangle kind of like eyelashes like sticking up all the way my face with the paint like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm like trying to go for the vibe of the drawing. I mean, like it has that more so in black, but I was like, I just think it would look cool in red. I just kind of think it would look cool. Yeah, like for fun. Yeah, this is a poster inspired look. Wow, beautiful. Cool. I want it to be like really uneven. So they're kind of like, I want them to like dart kind of random ways. Oh my god. Oh my god. Speaking of exciting news, I like was going through like upcoming events where I live, like just looking to see if there's anything cool happening. And I think it was in February, Polly D is gonna friggin' DJ. I'm so I'm like so there. Oh my god. For people who don't know, me and Taylor, who is like the creative genius but behind Zeekwadan, like both really big fans of the Jersey Shore and just like stupid celebrity gossip. But anyway, we had made this like idea for like an Instagram live where we like guessed the big three astrology placements of like the whole cast of Jersey Shore. And we even had a friend look into this and research it for us and make us a document so that we could do this live blindly and be surprised on camera. And it was so funny cuz just like the whole like starving artist stereotype, me and Taylor's internet was so bad where we both were that we couldn't do it. We had to like shut down the live. And the document still exists, and I haven't looked at it to this day, honestly. I still don't know what their big three is. I'm waiting for the moment because honestly I just think it's such a cute idea for an event and we should still do it. And they had like they had some like dumbass filter on them that made them look like totally bald. It was just really funny. And it was like dude, that's so funny. Can we use that on like the event poster? And so like the only thing that exists from that failed event was like this event poster of like Taylor with a bald head and I think like a full beard or something. It was really cute. I thought it was an amazing event poster. I feel like this is like a wannabe Ziggy Stardust kind of thing happening. I need to make some like eyelashes in like a different direction and maybe one pointing down. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I hope everyone's having a good time, whether you're having a chill night in or having a little entertainment while you pregame, and make plans for January 26th, which I believe is like a Sunday. It's EST time, that's Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be around 6:30, so it's probably like the curl up on the couch crowd. I don't know. I used to love one of my favorite community events in the town I used to live in was a bunch of my like DJ friends had this event called Sunday in a Dub Style, and I was at this like loungy little bar, and no one really drank that much at that event though, to be honest. It was more so people would just come chill on the couches and like listened to some like really chill music and vibe, and it was so fun. And it was a Sunday event, so you'd go out and come home early. Really chill. I don't know what this place is like during the holiday season, and I still won't know cuz I'll be leaving in a few days. But I think I've seen a couple, like I think I saw like one solstice event or a couple like Boxing Day parties or something. So, okay. Um Hopefully that wasn't off for too long. I just realized that. I was like, oh, it's cuz my batteries are low. Well, I might not have like completely finished this look, but I have more batteries too, but it's also almost 9 o'clock. So that means I've like almost been here for 2 hours. So the next time this dies, I might just chill out and take off. And wow, like thank you for hanging out while I was like talking for 5 minutes without sound. That's really dedicated and beautiful of all of you. Um Oh, the red nose. Oh my god. Okay, so red nose. I'm just like looking at this drawing. Like, I feel like there's so much kind of detail and beauty in like the line work that I can't necessarily replicate. Well, I mean, if I tried harder, I probably could, but also the battery's gonna run out. Imagine that I was saying like the most controversial yet brave opinions while my mic went out. If you just naturally. Meanwhile, I was actually just talking about how like Pauly D is gonna be DJing in town soon, and I'm super stoked on it. I think it's okay. I think I could have done better in like the hour and 40 minutes that I had. But unfortunately, this is all you're going to get. I also like I went with the yellow, but I don't think it's actually like that like dramatic enough. Maybe if I had like mixed some, I think some like red with the yellow and then blended it, it would like pop out more. That's okay. I think I might do like some more get ready with me's just so it kind of like forces me to take time to be more experimental with the makeup. Um, because like I don't know, like there's some elements here that I'm playing with, but it's still a lot of the same. And I wanna try some different things. Although I like these like really intense, long, fake, weird lash things. And yeah, if I had more time, I think I would definitely add like black ones as well. But it's been almost 2 hours. Um, yeah. So thanks for popping in. Thanks for listening to me yap. Thanks for hanging out while my like actually good mic just died. I bought new batteries for it, but I haven't replaced them yet. We'll do that next time. But yeah, be sure to come to Zeekwadan January 26th with all of these amazing artists and yeah, check out the other live event that's upcoming on my channel. And give me a follow if you like a clown talking casually about extreme world politics. And yeah, have yourself um, a wonderful and yet responsible evening.